Oh, that's it?
That's it. It's super simple. Look, if it's your last day on Earth, you want to waste time making a drink or do you want to drink a drink?
Welcome to another episode of Skybound Happy Hour, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Leo Camacho, and today is a particularly somber-themed episode because we have just witnessed the loss of a longtime character from day one character, Carl. Rest in peace, homie. To help us transition through the stages of grief, our good friend Pete here has prepared something for us. We brought Dan with us.
Thank you for having me. I know it feels kind of like an unhappy hour because we're facing such a massive loss. I mean, Carl, as you said, he's been there since moment one.
You're particularly knowledgeable. You follow both pretty adamantly, right?
Yeah, I've been a Walking Dead comic reader since issue 1. I've seen every episode. So this was wild for a number of reasons because it is very different than what happens in the comic. So it wasn't just shocking for people to watch the show. It was shocking for anyone who's a fan of The Walking Dead because, you know, you can
totally
draw some similarity.
Field, right?
Yeah, it's out of left field. You can draw some similarities to stuff that happened in the comic, but this blows the doors wide open on what could happen in the future. Nothing is sacred, and that's what I love about the show, and that's what I love about this franchise in particular, The Walking Dead. Any character you love, don't get too attached.
Did you love Carl?
I did. As someone who also loves sitting on a roof and eating their body weight in pudding, he was particularly resonant for me. Hopefully, vengeance will be swift and bloody, because I know that's how I would want to be remembered through a violent campaign of retribution.
Absolutely. Let's hope that vengeance is a drink best served cold.
Yeah.
Walk us through it. What do we got?
All right, this is a cocktail called Last Day on Earth. If it were my last day on Earth, I would want the original cocktail, the OG, just like Carl was there from the beginning, so is this cocktail. So we're gonna do the original cocktail, a Sazerac, but a little bit of a spin on it. We're gonna start off with 3 dashes of New Orleans aromatic bitters. Cool, so then we're gonna move on to 1 heaping bar spoonful of bar sugar.
Big old spoonful of sugar for Carl, who was a big old sweetie himself. Spilled some on the counter for him.
For the homies.
Crown Royal Northern Harvest Rye. So we're gonna do 1.5 ounces of that in there.
Crown Royal does seem like the kind of drink you would drink to like salute somebody off.
Yeah, absolutely. And Dan's got some bar experience, so I don't have to explain too much to him. He's right on it. So we need the cold stuff.
Well, we were keeping Carl on this, but he's gone, so we can use this for the drinks now.
Ooh. Ouch.
Don't worry, alcohol's sterile.
Okay.
Too soon.
To dilute 1 ounce of water in these things, you're going to stir 26 times, but I'm gonna do it a little bit longer just to get the sugar
and all the ice out of
here.
It.
Yeah, apparently. A counterclockwise stir.
This guy.
For our Australian viewers.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're gonna do an absinthe rinse in our glass, so I have an atomizer here. So we're just gonna, one little shot in there, because you don't want a lot of it. Sir?
Thank you.
Look at this. He's pouring like a professional. An orange twist, and I have taken off a fingertip with this, so I'm gonna do it for you, yeah. So you'll see this puppy just
flares up.
Yeah. Give it a little squeeze over so you get those oils on the cocktail. Rim the glass and lay it on top.
Beautiful.
Lovely.
There we go.
Perfect. There you go. I believe that you have prepared a toast.
Yes, Coral, you were the moral center of this show, of this comic. You were a point of view character who became our point of view, experiencing the horrors of the apocalypse through your innocent eyes, growing up along with you, seeing how you had to embrace the horrors of this new world and grow up so much faster than anyone ever should have to. You've had to do terrible things, things that no one should ever have to do, but you did them with aplomb, you did them with courage, you did them with temerity, and may you be forever remembered as one of our favorite characters.
Here, here.
Dang, man.
Cheers.
I hope somebody wrote that down. Put it on the internet. I'll read it later.
Oh, that's perfect.
That's good.
Yeah, let me try it. God, it smells so good.
Yeah. It's a lot of aromatics in there, you know, with the absinthe. That's okay, let it fall.
Is that okay? That's all right?
Absolutely.
Doesn't ruin it?
Not at all.
Damn, that's good.
Otherwise, it'll warm your nose if it touches it.
Thank you guys so much for being part of this. Thanks for sharing your recipe with us.
Absolutely.
Dan, thanks for hanging out with us.
Thanks for having me.
Where can they follow you on the internet?
You can follow me on Instagram at Pete Capella or on Twitter at @ThePeteCapella.
Sir, where can they follow all of your tremendous work?
You can find me on Nerdist.com. You can follow me on Twitter at Dan Casey, and make sure you check out my books available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and wherever fine books are sold.
Have you practiced that?
No, I just say it to myself every night before I go to sleep.
It's a good lullaby.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Skybound Happy Hour. I hope you guys had a good time. Hope you make some of these drinks for yourselves. Calm your nerves a little bit. We know it was a big day. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel. We'd really appreciate that. Have a good night.